going to go across the border.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Hallie Jackson.
Good day. We are coming on the air with breaking news and a potentially huge breakthrough in the war between Israel with Hamas. NBC News has just confirmed moments ago that Hamas has released 2 American hostages. Again, 2 American hostages who had been captured during that Hamas terror attack inside Israel more than 2 weeks ago. That's according to multiple sources. The news coming about just an hour or so after a senior Hamas official told NBC News that they would release the hostages if Israel stopped bombing Gaza. That is the territory controlled by Hamas. The State Department has said that Americans are believed to be among those kidnapped, although it is not clear at this point, again, where things stand with the larger group of hostages who have been taken. I want to bring in NBC News foreign correspondent Josh Letterman, who is live for us in Israel in the region. Josh, what do we know?
Well, Hallie, we are hearing from 3 sources with knowledge of this release who have confirmed to Richard Engel, Tom Winter, and myself that these 2 U.S. citizens have now been released by Hamas. Now, we want to be very clear about what we don't know right now, namely the identities of these people. We also don't know where they are, whether they are still in the Gaza Strip, whether they would have been moved into Israel, into Egypt, potentially under the care of the Red Cross, and that is a major open question right now. But we do know that Hamas is describing these 2 U.S. citizens as a mother and a daughter. Now, the remainder of our sources, we have not yet been able to pin down those identities. But this release, if we get more information about exactly who they are, would be the first hostages known to have been released since the beginning of this crisis 2 weeks ago. And it comes after earlier today we heard from Israel's military confirming that not only do they believe there are about 200 people who are held hostage in the Gaza Strip, but that they believed that most of them were alive. That had been a big open question since the start of this, whether those hostages were alive or whether some or all of them might already be dead. But Israel's military leaving some hope for the successful return of those hostages, as they said that they do believe the majority of them are alive, Hallie.
Josh, do we know anything at this point about the potential of family notification now to the loved ones of these people who we believe have been released?
Well, that would certainly be the first step that the U.S. government would want to make before it would say anything publicly. At this hour, we are awaiting a State Department briefing that was scheduled to take place right around now. If the U.S. government is in a position where they have done family notification and are able to make anything public to the rest of us, that would likely be the place where we would first hear that from the government. But so far, there has been no official comment from the U.S. government. We have reached out to the Israeli government, of course, to see if they have any information that they can share as well, and we'll bring those details to you as soon as we get them. But for right now, the U.S., the Israeli side have been very quiet about this, in part because, remember, even if these 2 Americans are now somewhere safe, there are still nearly 200 hostages, including some Americans, who are believed to still be hostage in the Gaza Strip. And the big focus right now will be on making sure that any efforts to bring additional people home safely are not derailed, Hallie.
Josh, thank you. I'm going to ask you to stand by for us. I want to